on the front end of this back-to-back. Game 2 of the homestand and the final game of the season versus the Eastern Conference. And we are underway. Thank you for being with us.
Threes in that first quarter. Sumner's a decent player.
Oh, and now it's McDermott able to dismiss the defense there.
That's impressive. That means he, certainly the player development for him is there.
Boy, Sabonis just not willing to move that pivot foot, stuck with it.
The contact, that's why he's a two-time Eastern Conference All-Star off of plays like that.
Charlie Brown Jr. with the air ball, offensive rebound inside, and Moses Brown muscles it up and in.
Where you disturb the shot, the player misses. Right now you get nothing for it, but your team do get a possession in the way of a missed shot.
Boy, Karis LeVert, you don't want him to warm up.
His hustle stats is steals because they're devastating.
Baisley was cherry picking, and this time he elevates for the jam.
Really good once he gets it going.
Oh, nice little connection there. Kenrich Williams breaking down the defense. 5 in that category. Top 5 in fast break points. As Mihailuk, casual pass, and Sabonis. So much damage coming below the free throw line on drives. And that is a catch-fire 3 from Mihailuk in the corner to try to stunt what has been a 10-2 Indiana run.
You got to go out on a limb because that's where the fruit is. I mean, that's also where your development is. Paris Lawson just talked about it as McDermott is still hot right now, folks.
And finally, it's McDermott cooling off from 3 and made his first 4. Mihailuk pushing, getting ahead. It is Deck who had the step, and he scores on the run. 39 points here in the first. It's Mihailuk trying to slow down McDermott, but Sabonis this time keeps the barrage going here for the Pacers, and that one rolls off. Here comes Deck as he sizes up the defense. Nice move, blowing right by Holiday, and finishes with the left hand. And there is a steal. Thunder with a little bit of time across the timeline. It's Deck again, and this time he will elevate for the one-handed slam. Playing in the NBA, Luka Doncic may be the biggest star since Dirk, as this might be, he essentially just passed it to himself,
right,
which is obviously an issue. As Bradley is going to take it all the way to the rim. Out of Arizona, has put together a good young career. Started out with Philly and add another one. OKC trying to run through its offense. Little stutter step by Kenrich Williams. And a quick run out here for the Pacers, and that's a finish, +1.
And the evolution of that shot, it became the jump hook shot, which I later added to my game.
And Sabonis on the dive.
Been a big plus for them not having that low post presence besides Sabonis.
Well, there is a one for Teo Maladone. Michael, where's the biggest improvement in his game that you've seen from back in December, which seems like forever ago, as Sabonis is going to lay that up and in?
And this is not something that I think you can really quantify. His confidence. I think confidence is everything in this league. As Josh Hall hits a mid-range with confidence. And sometimes we get that confused with players maybe being a little cocky or playing with a chip on their shoulders in such short practice game times.
His practice has been actual game time, and the Thunder get another slam here in this first half.
Who can go coast to coast with the basketball?
See McDermott, he was hunting for a look, but that is a very impressive pass. No look, and charging down the lane. Finds himself open in the corner. Why not launch a 3? Brown rips away the rebound, and he's got another and one possibility. And that's something that Moses Brown can improve on. I mean, you like the aggressiveness in him always trying to snatch those rebounds, but it's been a recurring issue for him.
Yeah, good rebounding team on both ends.
Contending inside, but
making it clear to the official that who's hooking who.
Sabonis coming back from the 6-game absence. See what happens here, and Indiana goes right back to work.
Tighten that up a little bit, because now you're making the Pacers take the basketball out. That's one way to do it off of plays like that with a slam by Moses Brown.
and then kind of regresses back to the mean, but that just has not happened here for Indiana. And McDermott's got his first bucket of the third quarter. That's going to come on a slam. Using every bit of that wingspan.
Looked almost like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hook shot.
Boy, Karis LeVert.
And, he's a feel-good story of the year, being traded mid-season as Bazley finally gets the Thunder on the board. But you'll certainly take it.
And that is the second time this game that McDermott has executed a backdoor cut.
But, you have to also keep him in front of you so that if he backdoor cuts, he's going to run into you. That's a nice little alley-oop to create better situations for your teammate. Give the Pacers credit, though. They just continue to knock down shots like that.
It's late on a release. But Holiday got back defensively. Williams, even with the help of defensive player coming over, still a high finish off the glass.
He finally called his own number.
As McDermott, another Indiana three.
Just my opinion, but it's certainly something that, if you do the research, a lot of coaches have had experiences, American coaches or coaches that are coaching in the NBA come directly from Europe with no American citizenship.
An NBA talent here over the last couple of years. What was once a real small up-and-coming school. And Josh Hall, nice take there from the wing.
Everybody was like, "Woo, wow, this is fun."
Should have been relatively easy for him as Brissett counted in the foul.
Yeah.
And we're still with the postseason left to go, but it has just been, even up to this point, it's just been a wild season.
The NFL, MLB, NHL, and certainly the NCAA that just completed.
More teams vying for a possible postseason berth. And so you've got the 7, 8, 9, 10 seeds that are going to be playing some.
That's one thing I've enjoyed about this team is they've always never been short on hustle and fight.
With the emphatic alley-oop there for the Pacers. Cassius Stanley out of Michigan State. Come out of the floor almost midway through the.
No SGA, no Dort tonight, and Bazley has had, he had missed quite a bit of time at the start of the post.
Patient, bounced off the defensive player. Good form on the shot, fading away. As he's got good fundamentals, as Mark Daignault says. You like that, didn't you?
Oh, I love that, man, because he just keeps showing you something every single time he has the basketball.
Trying to stay in that postseason slot, and that'll be Stanley out on the run in transition. It'll be a quick turnaround, and Phoenix, Michael, has caught the Utah Jazz and ascended all the way to the top of the West.
And that's pretty impressive. I was just talking now. I'm not saying I was sold. I was just talking about it. But after, it's a nice hard drive by Charlie Brown Jr. Love that. But it's really makes for an interesting playoffs because of, who's in rhythm. Well, I'll tell you one thing. That's a nice in rhythm dunk by Josh Hall. Did early. He put in his work early. Just 18 minutes with those kind of numbers. He's had a terrific start to his career.
And the Pacers will, at least for the moment, hold off the Washington Wizards and stay in that number 9 spot in the Eastern